In today's video, we delve into a sensitive yet crucial topic, knowing when it's time to let go, even if it means distancing yourself from family or friends. Drawing from Stoic philosophy, we'll uncover 11 signs that indicate it may be time to release unhealthy relationships, regardless of their closeness. Stoicism, with its emphasis on virtue, rationality, and self-respect, offers invaluable insights into navigating complex human connections. By recognizing these signs, you can honor your own well-being and align your actions with Stoic principles. As you engage with this content, reflect on your own relationships and consider how Stoic wisdom can guide you in making difficult decisions. If you resonate with the insights shared in this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more Stoic-inspired content. Leave a comment below sharing your thoughts and experiences, and be sure to hit the like button if you find this video helpful. Feel free to share it with anyone who might benefit from this Stoic perspective on letting go. Let's embark on this journey together, embracing the wisdom of Stoicism to lead lives of authenticity and fulfillment. Number 1. When relationships hinder your growth. If a relationship is preventing you from growing, it's a clear warning sign. Take a moment to consider this. Have you ever felt stuck, unable to progress because someone close to you isn't supportive, or worse, is actively holding you back? It's a challenging situation. Seneca emphasized the importance of personal growth and self-improvement. He believed that to live a fulfilling life, we must constantly evolve, learn, and expand our boundaries. So, if you're in a relationship, be it with a friend, family member, or partner, and you feel stifled, Seneca would likely advise you to recognize this as a significant red flag. I'm not suggesting that every relationship must push you to your limits or help you set world records. However, the people who truly care about you should want to see you thrive. They should be your cheerleaders, your support system, not weights dragging you into the depths of doubt and regret. It's important to have an honest conversation with yourself. Ask, why am I holding on to this relationship? Is it out of habit, fear, or loyalty? These are difficult questions, but they are necessary. True connections, those that truly deserve your time and heart, should uplift you. They should inspire you to be more today than you were yesterday. Stoicism teaches us to surround ourselves with people who positively contribute to our lives. It's not about having a large circle of friends or being popular, it's about cultivating a group that enriches your life, encourages your growth, and aligns with your values. For instance, consider the story of Emma, who felt stagnant in her career due to her unsupportive friend. Despite the fear of losing a long-term friendship, she chose to distance herself. With newfound freedom, she pursued further education, eventually achieving her dream job. This illustrates that sometimes removing negative influences is crucial for personal advancement. If you find yourself in a relationship that feels more like quicksand than a springboard, it might be time to reassess its place in your life. Remember, wanting to grow is not selfish, it's human. Sometimes, growth involves letting go of those who hinder us, not with resentment, but with gratitude for the lessons learned and the strength gained from knowing when to move on. Reflect on your relationships and evaluate whether they are bridges to your best self or barriers to your growth. The journey of self-improvement is never solitary. We need the right companions to make it truly meaningful. Number 2. Navigating negative emotions in relationships. We've all experienced being caught in a whirlwind of negative emotions within a relationship. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where drama takes center stage and support is nowhere to be found? It's utterly exhausting. Marcus Aurelius offered profound insights into handling our emotions. He famously stated that while we can't control external events, we have power over our minds, and recognizing this is where our true strength lies. Applying this wisdom to relationships filled with jealousy, anger, or other negative emotions can be transformative. Consider this: if your relationship feels more like a battleground than a safe haven, it's a clear signal that something needs to change. Negative emotions are natural and inevitable, but they shouldn't be the foundation of a relationship meant to last and bring peace. I'm not suggesting we should aim to live without ever feeling anger or jealousy. That would be like trying to breathe without air. However, Marcus Aurelius teaches us that we are in control of our reactions to these emotions. For example, if you feel jealous because a friend seems to be advancing in life while you feel stuck, or if anger arises every time someone undermines you, remember, you have control over your reaction. You can choose not to let these emotions dictate your relationship's dynamics. But how does this look in practice? It starts with self-awareness, recognizing when you're experiencing these emotions and questioning why you feel this way. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this? What can I learn from this? How can I respond in a way that aligns with the person I aspire to be? These are challenging questions but essential ones. Sometimes, the healthiest response is to create distance or initiate change. It's not about running away from problems but acknowledging that if a relationship revolves around negative spirals rather than mutual upliftment, it might be time to reassess its value in your life. This doesn't mean you have failed or that the other person is a villain. It simply recognizes that not every relationship is meant to endure every phase of our lives. The Stoics emphasized living in accordance with nature, and sometimes the natural course is to grow apart. If you constantly wrestle with negative emotions in a relationship, reflect on Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. You have power over your mind, your reactions, and ultimately, the choice to surround yourself with positive, supportive relationships. For instance, consider Sarah, who felt drained by her friendship with a perpetually negative colleague. Recognizing the impact on her well-being, she gradually distanced herself and sought out more uplifting company. This change allowed her to thrive both personally and professionally. By cultivating connections based on mutual respect, understanding, and genuine support, we can create relationships that withstand the test of time and bring out the best in us. Let's not let drama define our relationships. Instead, let's build environments where we can truly grow, find peace, and thrive. Number 3, embracing autonomy, escaping manipulative relationships. Navigating the waters of manipulation and control within relationships is a crucial yet challenging task. In any relationship, feeling more like a puppet than a partner is a glaring red flag. It's high time we delve into the concepts of autonomy, freedom, and the sage advice of Epictetus. He wisely stated, "No one is free who is not master of himself." Reflect on that for a moment. According to Epictetus, true freedom stems from within, from being in control of our actions, decisions, and ultimately, our lives. So, what does it signify when we find ourselves in relationships where we aren't the ones calling the shots? When our decisions, desires, and even thoughts seem to be controlled by someone else, it clearly indicates that something is amiss. Manipulation and control can manifest in various ways. It might be subtle, like persistent suggestions that divert you from your passions, or more blatant, like outright demands dictating who you should be or what you should do. These are not characteristics of a healthy relationship. Authentic connections, the ones truly worth our emotional investment, are built on mutual respect and freedom. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of autonomy, being the master of your own ship, so to speak. If you find yourself constantly second-guessing your choices or feeling restrained, it's vital to question why. Why remain in a dynamic that stifles your freedom and prevents you from authoring your own life story? Consider Jane, who felt her career aspirations were constantly undermined by her partner's insistence on traditional roles. Despite her passion for art, she was subtly nudged towards a corporate job for stability's sake. Realizing this manipulation, Jane decided to reclaim her autonomy. She ended the relationship and pursued her dream, eventually becoming a successful artist. This wasn't about being harsh, but about honoring her worth and autonomy. Breaking ties with someone who manipulates or controls you isn't about being unkind, it's about respecting your worth, your autonomy, and your right to lead a life that's true to you. It's about embodying Epictetus's wisdom and reclaiming your freedom, the freedom to make your own choices, to grow, and to live a life aligned with your values. Stepping away from such relationships can be incredibly challenging, often involving letting go of something familiar or someone you deeply care about. But Stoicism isn't about taking the easy path, it's about taking the right path. Sometimes, the right path leads us away from what harms us and towards a more authentic, fulfilling existence. True relationships, the ones that genuinely enrich our lives, respect our individuality and freedom. They encourage us to explore, question, and grow. They don't mold us into something we're not or dictate how we should live our lives. If you feel like someone's pulling your strings, reflect on Epictetus's words, "No one is truly free who isn't master of himself." Ask yourself if it's time to cut those strings and embrace the freedom to be authentically you. It's a journey worth taking, a step towards a life where you're in control, surrounded by relationships that uplift and respect your autonomy and freedom. Let's cherish and seek out those connections that empower us, allowing us to be the masters of our own lives. True friendship and love should set us free, not hold us back. Number 4, recognizing harmful relationships, the Stoic path to well-being. What do you do when a relationship starts to harm rather than help you? When time spent with someone leaves you feeling more drained than uplifted, more stressed than supported. Imagine always walking on eggshells, caught in a cycle of arguments, or feeling down whenever they are around. These are clear signs that something is seriously wrong. Healthy relationships, the kind we all deserve, should enrich our lives, bring joy, and support us through highs and lows, not burden us with constant stress or make us question our worth. The Stoics emphasized living in harmony with nature and pursuing a life of virtue and tranquility. They believed in maintaining relationships aligned with these principles. So, if you find yourself in a relationship that detracts from your peace and best self, consider the Stoic approach, step back and examine the situation objectively. Is this relationship contributing to your well-being? Is it helping you grow? Or is it a constant source of negativity, draining your energy and leaving you feeling worse? Consider Sarah, who felt increasingly drained by a friendship that had turned toxic. Despite numerous efforts to improve things, she realized that the constant negativity was affecting her well-being. Following the Stoic principles, she decided to have an honest conversation with her friend. When things didn't improve, she made the tough decision to distance herself, prioritizing her peace and well-being. Stoicism teaches the value of self-awareness and the courage to make difficult decisions aligned with our virtues. It's not about being cold or unfeeling, it's about recognizing what's truly beneficial for us. While every rough patch doesn't mean a relationship should end, consistently feeling worse due to someone's presence is a sign that change is needed. Healthy relationships may have challenges, but at their core, they support love and mutual growth. Reflect on your relationships. If this resonates with you, consider what steps you can take to address the issues. Honest communication is crucial. If things don't change, remember that prioritizing your peace is okay. The Stoics remind us that we must nurture healthy relationships and let go of those that aren't. Seek out and cultivate connections that add joy, growth, and tranquility to your life. It's through facing these challenges and making tough decisions that we grow stronger and more aligned with our true selves. Embrace what serves you and have the wisdom to let go of what doesn't. Number 5, the importance of mutual respect in relationships. Mutual respect is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship. Without it, there is no solid foundation for anything positive. Imagine trying to build a house on sand. Eventually, everything will collapse. The Stoics, who emphasized living a virtuous life, placed great importance on self-respect and the respect we owe to others. They believed that every individual possesses inherent worth and dignity, and this belief should be reflected in our interactions. Consider the story of Alex and Jordan. Alex was always dismissive of Jordan's opinions and often belittled their achievements. Over time, Jordan felt increasingly undervalued and unhappy. Realizing the lack of mutual respect, Jordan decided to address the issue directly. This led to a crucial conversation where both parties expressed their feelings and agreed to make changes. The relationship improved significantly, highlighting the importance of respect. Mutual respect is the bedrock upon which trust, love, and genuine understanding are built. If respect is missing, what remains is a hollow and unfulfilling relationship. Some might argue, but what if I really care about this person? Relationships are complex and emotions are powerful. This is where Stoic wisdom can guide us. The Stoics valued clarity, rationality, and alignment with our highest values. They would encourage us to assess our relationships through this lens. Are we being true to ourselves by staying in a situation where we are not respected? Are we honoring our inherent worth and the virtues we strive to live by? If the answer is no, it might be time for a serious reassessment. This reassessment doesn't necessarily mean cutting someone out of your life abruptly. Instead, it's about recognizing your own value and making decisions that reflect that. It might involve setting clearer boundaries, having an honest conversation about your feelings, or, in some cases, acknowledging that it's time to move on. Respecting yourself and insisting on being treated with respect is not selfish or demanding, it's a reflection of the self-worth that the Stoics believed each of us should cultivate. Reflect on your relationships. If you're dealing with a lack of mutual respect, consider how you can address this issue in a way that honors your dignity and values. Everyone deserves to be in relationships where they are treated with respect and consideration. Strive to cultivate connections rooted in mutual respect, where each person is valued and appreciated for who they are. This is the kind of relationship that not only survives but thrives, reflecting the best of what it means to live a life grounded in Stoic wisdom and virtue. Number 6. Embracing reality in relationships. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of accepting reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. This pragmatic approach encourages us to view our lives, relationships, and the world around us with clarity. In relationships, this means evaluating whether they are based on genuine understanding or mere illusions. Are we ignoring red flags, overlooking issues, or creating an idealized version of someone that doesn't match their true self? Holding on to such illusions can leave us feeling like we are stuck in a mirage, where everything appears perfect from a distance but lacks substance up close. Consider the story of Emily and Mark. Emily always admired Mark's charisma and saw him as her ideal partner. However, over time, she started noticing behaviors that contradicted her idealized image of him, his lack of commitment and his tendency to prioritize work over their relationship. Instead of confronting these issues, Emily clung to the illusion of who she wanted Mark to be. Eventually, the disparity between her illusion and reality caused significant emotional strain. When Emily finally accepted the reality of their relationship, she was able to have an honest conversation with Mark, leading to a more genuine understanding between them. Hope and aspirations are vital in relationships, but there's a fine line between healthy expectations and losing ourselves in fantasies that detract from authentic connections. The Stoics teach us to confront these illusions head-on, embracing the truth even when it's uncomfortable. This requires honesty and vulnerability, which can be daunting but ultimately empowering. Recognizing and accepting the reality of our relationships is transformative. It may mean acknowledging that a relationship isn't what you hoped it would be, or that your partner isn't who you imagined. This realization, though painful, is essential for genuine growth and emotional freedom. It allows you to engage in relationships where both partners are loved and appreciated for their true selves, not for the illusions constructed around them. Reflect on your relationships. What aspects are real, and what parts have you embellished or imagined? How does this alignment, or lack thereof, with reality affect your happiness and well-being? By embracing reality, you create the foundation for meaningful and authentic connections. Number 7. Upholding integrity in relationships. Stoicism isn't about pessimism or resigning ourselves to unhappiness, it's about living in alignment with our core values. Integrity and virtue are not just lofty ideals but practical guides for a fulfilling life. Think of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, all emphasize the importance of staying true to oneself, regardless of external pressures. This alignment gives our lives meaning, direction, and a sense of purpose. Consider Jane, who valued honesty above all else. In her relationship with Tom, she found herself constantly compromising this value, covering for his lies and deceitful behavior. Initially, she thought these were minor sacrifices for the relationship, but over time, she realized that betraying her core value of honesty was eroding her sense of self. After much reflection, Jane decided to confront Tom about his behavior. When he dismissed her concerns, she made the tough decision to end the relationship. This wasn't easy, but it allowed her to reclaim her integrity and pursue a life that truly reflected her values. If a relationship demands that you betray your core values, it's a clear signal to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, is this relationship serving my highest good? Is it allowing me to grow and thrive, or is it holding me back, asking me to be someone I'm not? This is where the Stoic practice of self-reflection and rational analysis becomes invaluable. By stepping back and assessing the relationship through the lens of your values, you can make decisions that honor the person you strive to be. Walking away from a relationship that compromises your values isn't a sign of failure, it's a courageous act of self-respect. It's a declaration that you value yourself enough to only accept relationships that uplift you, respect you, and align with the essence of who you are. Let's challenge ourselves to live with the integrity and virtue the Stoics admired. Ensure your relationships reflect and respect your values, because it's our adherence to these values that defines us, guides us through life's ups and downs, and leads us to true fulfillment. Keep your values close, cherish them, and never compromise on them for anyone or anything. This will pave the way for relationships that are genuine, meaningful, and truly enriching. Number 8, the importance of reciprocity in relationships. Reciprocity is about the balance of give and take in relationships, ensuring mutual support where both parties contribute equally. When this balance is off, and you find yourself constantly giving but rarely receiving, the relationship becomes one-sided and unsustainable. This imbalance can lead to resentment, exhaustion, and a sense of underappreciation for the giver, while fostering dependency or entitlement in the receiver. Healthy relationships thrive on reciprocity, which is essential for their longevity and well-being. Consider Sam and Alex. Sam often found himself always accommodating Alex's needs and plans, sacrificing his own in the process. Over time, Sam felt drained and unappreciated, while Alex grew accustomed to Sam's constant giving. This dynamic strained their relationship, making it feel more like a burden than a partnership. The Stoics emphasize the importance of mutual support and balance in relationships, valuing contributions to others' well-being but not at the cost of one's own. For the Stoics, an ideal relationship was harmonious, where both individuals supported each other in pursuing virtue and a good life. If you're in a one-sided relationship, reflect on Stoic principles of balance and mutual respect. Are you respecting yourself by tolerating this imbalance? Are you enabling a dynamic that doesn't encourage the other person's growth or contribution? Addressing this imbalance starts with communication, expressing your needs, setting boundaries, and discussing ways to bring more balance into the relationship. Encourage the other person to contribute more, not just materially but emotionally and spiritually as well. Healthy relationships are dynamic and evolve over time, requiring effort, compromise, and a willingness to adapt. However, the foundation should always be reciprocity, where each person feels valued, heard, and supported. This mutual support builds trust, deepens connections, and fosters an environment where both individuals can thrive. Seeking balance in your relationships is not selfish, it's necessary. It ensures that you receive the support, love, and respect you deserve. Let's strive to cultivate relationships where reciprocity is the norm, embodying Stoic ideals of balance and mutual respect. In doing so, we create connections that uplift and support everyone involved, capturing the true essence of meaningful relationships. Number 9, recognizing and escaping abuse, a Stoic perspective. Addressing abuse, whether physical, emotional, verbal, or psychological, is essential. Abuse in any form is an unequivocal signal that it's time to leave the relationship. Stoicism, a philosophy centered on dignity, self-respect, and the value of the human spirit, strongly condemns all forms of abuse. Such behavior violates Stoic principles of respect and trust, which are foundational to any healthy relationship. Stoicism teaches us to recognize our inherent worth and maintain our dignity and self-respect. These principles guide our actions, especially in adversity. When these principles are violated, Stoicism urges us to act not out of vengeance, but out of respect for ourselves and our well-being. Abuse diminishes the victim's sense of self, instills fear, and exerts control, opposing everything Stoicism advocates. The Stoic response is clear: seek help and exit the abusive relationship. Consider Emma, who was in a verbally abusive relationship. Her partner's constant belittling and criticism eroded her self-esteem. Inspired by Stoic teachings, she recognized her inherent worth and sought support from friends and professionals. With their help, she found the courage to leave the relationship, prioritizing her dignity and well-being. Exiting an abusive relationship requires immense courage and strength. This is where Stoic practice, seeking wisdom from those who have faced similar challenges or from professionals, becomes invaluable. Seeking help is not a sign of weakness but of strength, affirming one's worth and commitment to a life free from harm. Stoicism also emphasizes healing and reclaiming dignity and self-respect after abuse. While we cannot control others' actions, we can control our response and path forward. Healing from abuse is a Stoic journey, reasserting control over one's inner world, reaffirming values, and rebuilding life in alignment with those values. If you're facing abuse, remember it's not your fault, and you're not alone. Seeking help and taking steps to leave the situation reflect the highest respect for yourself. These actions prioritize your dignity, self-respect, and well-being. In the spirit of Stoicism, value yourself, respect your inherent worth, and take decisive action to remove yourself from harmful situations. Commit to a life free from abuse, rich in virtue, and meaningful relationships. Number 10. Navigating communication challenges, a Stoic approach. Effective communication is the cornerstone of healthy relationships. When communication fails, it's not merely a bump in the road but a signal of deeper issues. Stoicism, with its timeless wisdom, offers guidance in such situations. Clear, honest communication is essential for expressing needs, sharing thoughts, and fostering meaningful connections. Stoics valued clear communication, advocating for listening, understanding, and responding with wisdom and empathy. When communication breaks down, it's vital to recognize it as a symptom of underlying issues. Stoicism teaches introspection, encouraging individuals to examine their role in the breakdown and strive for clarity and honesty in interactions. Marcus Aurelius, a proponent of reason and logic, would suggest applying these tools to communication issues. Analyzing the situation objectively and removing emotions can reveal the root cause of the breakdown. Improving communication requires effort from all parties, creating a safe space for each person to feel heard and valued. Empathy and compassion play crucial roles in communication. Approaching conversations with understanding opens doors to deeper connections. Failed communication isn't the end but an opportunity for growth. It allows individuals to develop better skills and strengthen the relationship. Reflecting on Stoic principles of clarity, honesty, and empathy guides individuals through communication challenges. The goal isn't just more talking but better communication. In effective communication lies the essence of connection and understanding, the foundation of meaningful relationships. Number 11. Cultivating tranquility in relationships, a Stoic approach. Imagine being in a relationship that, instead of bringing peace, feels like a perpetual storm disrupting your inner calm. It's challenging when connections meant to enrich our lives end up jeopardizing our peace of mind. This signals a need to pause and reflect on the role of such relationships. Stoicism, a philosophy with enduring wisdom, emphasizes the importance of tranquility, teaching us to nurture inner calm amidst life's turbulence. Stoics consider peace of mind not merely desirable but essential for a fulfilling life, advocating for maintaining equanimity amid life's fluctuations, including in our relationships. So, when a relationship consistently disturbs our tranquility, Stoicism prompts us to step back and assess the situation objectively. Why does this relationship disrupt my peace? Is it the other person's behavior, unresolved conflicts, or perhaps my own reactions and expectations? This introspection shifts us from emotional reaction to rational response. Once we identify the disturbance's source, the next step is considering what can be changed. Can issues be resolved through open communication or by setting boundaries? Stoicism doesn't endorse passive acceptance but encourages action where positive change is possible. However, if despite efforts, the relationship remains tumultuous, it may be time to reconsider its place in our lives. This isn't about giving up at the first hurdle but recognizing when a relationship conflicts with our values and pursuit of tranquility. Distancing from such relationships demands courage and honesty for our well-being's sake. Yet, Stoicism doesn't aim to eliminate all discomfort but to foster inner resilience. Our relationships should support tranquility, offering strength and joy. If a relationship consistently disturbs our peace, it's an opportunity to apply Stoic wisdom, reflect, evaluate, and choose peace. Let's seek connections that enrich our lives without compromising our peace, honoring both Stoic principles and our journey toward fulfillment. Remember, the quality of our relationships profoundly influences our lives, urging us to find balance, embrace truth, and cultivate respect in every interaction. As we conclude our exploration of the 11 signs indicating it's time to let go, remember that embracing Stoic wisdom empowers us to make courageous decisions aligned with our values and well-being. Recognizing when a relationship no longer serves us is a testament to our commitment to living a life of authenticity and virtue. We hope this video has provided valuable insights into navigating complex relationships with clarity and integrity. If you found this content insightful, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more Stoic-inspired discussions. Leave a comment sharing your thoughts and experiences, and don't forget to like and share this video with others who may benefit from its wisdom. Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery and growth.